All right, guys, we're going to be looking at the second part of Chapter 4, Section 7 with explicit formulas. So you'll want to pause and write out this entire slide. This is incredibly important. An explicit formula is a function rule that relates each term of a sequence to the term number. Okay, so we did recursive formulas, and that related a sequence to the preceding term and the term that was before. An explicit formula is the term number itself. So the nth term of an arithmetic sequence with first term A1 and a common difference D is given by this. All right, so this is what you need to have copied into your notebooks. This is very, very important. This is going to tell you exactly how to write in these different explicit formulas. So there we go. Today at Starbucks, I had them write Primrose Everdeen on my cup. When it was ready and the barista called it out, I yelled, "I volunteer as tribute!" Took my cup and left. I've never had the guts to do that, but I really, really want to, and I encourage you to give it a go. All right, here we go. Writing an explicit formula says an online auction works as shown below. Write an explicit formula to represent the bids as an arithmetic sequence. What is the 12th bid? Okay, let me see what's here. Yeah, all right. So first thing is we need to identify what is that common difference. Okay, so the common difference is going to be, well, it looks like plus 10 every time. And then I also need to figure out what the initial amount is, which is this right here. So using these two bits of information, all you're going to be doing is plugging it in to that formula that you wrote down from the first slide. So from there, very, very simply, we just fill this in. So I have A of n is equal to the initial amount, which is 200, plus n minus 1 times the common difference, which in this case is 10. That's it. That's my explicit formula. Now this last part, it says what is the 12th bid. The reason the explicit formula is nice is I don't have to know the 11th bid to figure it out. I could just plug in the 12 here. So to figure that out, I'd say A of 12 is equal to 200 plus 12 minus 1 times 10, which isn't super difficult math. You could go through that on your own, but you'd end up finding that A, the 12th term, is $310. And that's just by simplifying that math. So you shouldn't have any issue with that. Use your notes to be able to set these up. This is the way it's going to look. All right, so here's one for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video, and the answer will be up in 3, 2, 1. All right, there you go. Here is your explicit formula, and this is the price after 15 rides. If you did not get that, go back and check. All right, so write an explicit formula from a recursive formula. An arithmetic sequence is represented by the recursive formula, A of n, da-da-da, all this kind of stuff. Okay, if the first term of the sequence is 19, write the explicit formula. So all you're doing is you should be able to interchange from this, which is a recursive formula, including this, to an explicit formula just by following those forms that I gave you. In order to write a recursive formula, you need the common difference, which is here, and then you need the initial value. Well, those are the two things that you need for an explicit formula. It's just they go in different places. So for this one, I have A of n equals, and then I write my initial value plus n minus 1. Notice that on the recursive one, it's A of n minus 1. In other words, it's a specific value that goes in here, the term that's before this one. This one, there is no A, and that's a significant difference. See, a lot of students mess that up, so be careful. And then this time, instead of adding 12, I'm going to multiply by 12. So initial value goes in the front. Common difference gets multiplied by n minus 1. All right, so that is the explicit formula based on that. Here's one for you to try. Go ahead and pause. Answer's up in 3, 2, 1. And there you go. There's your answer for that. Hopefully you got the same thing. If not, go back and check. And writing a recursive formula from an explicit formula, we could go the other way with this. So here is my initial value. This is my common difference. So the way I'd write this out is literally just, I need to know that that's my common difference, or that's my initial value and that's my common difference, and I'm just plugging those back into the recursive formula kind of format that we've worked on. So I have A of n equals A of n minus 1 plus 22, and then you have to state what that initial value is, where A of 1 is 32. All right, so if you do not include that initial value on a recursive formula, then you've done it incorrectly. All right, so that's very, very important. So this is just, again, identifying what these things are in the formula and then moving them over to the other formula. So here's one for you to try. Go ahead and pause. Answer's up in 3, 2, 1, and there it is. Okay, and that's it for today. Short video, but very, very important to take notes because this is something where it's difficult to have it memorized perfectly. So you want to make sure that you have good notes for your checkpoint. I will see you in class.